Nikhil Panmiwala, and welcome back to the other enlightening episode of the Leaders Now. Uh, and we are joined by the insightful and creative CCMI Maya. In a rapidly changing world, freelancing is becoming a powerful way for people to take control of their careers, expand their skill sets, and create new opportunities. But with so many skills out there, how do you decide without which one to learn right now to get the best result? Today, we will explore exactly that, uncovering valuable insights, practical tips, and expert advice from CCMA Maya on the best freelance skill to focus on the month and how to get started effectively.
Oh,
So Maya,
uh,
this is my topic that I am going to discuss with you, and I hope we will. It will your answer will be helpful for us to learn new skill, which is trending in nowadays, and just so uh, demanding in nowadays. So first of all, Maya, I hope you are doing well. So without wasting time, can we start our interview?
I am do. Yeah, let's do it. Those are you curious about right now?
No, I now specific skill I am not curious, but I want this. You will tell us that what are the most trending skill nowadays. Yeah, first of all, by starting and understanding the basics of freelancing. So first of all, can you tell us like how do you personally define freelancing in today's market? Because most of the people don't know about the freelancing now. What is freelancing and all the things about it. So please tell in detail about it.
Okay, so freelancing now is less about just being a lone wolf and more about building a personal brand, It's offering your skills, anything from writing to coding to graphic design directly to clients, usually online. It's different from a part-time job because you're an independent contractor, your own hours and rates. It's about flexibility and control, but also needing to be a bit of a self-starter. Does that make sense?
Yes, man, that totally makes sense. You're totally right that the work that is done by yourself and the work, and you take the money for the hours of work here, and that was the freelancing. And thank you so much for sharing that with us. And now we understand better. So right now, can you tell us that what do you think freelancing has become so popular recently?
I think a lot of it has to do with the way work has changed, honestly. People want more flexibility. They don't necessarily want to be tied to a 9 to 5, and tech has made it easier than ever to connect with clients all over the world. Plus, with the way the economy's been, a lot of folks are looking for extra income streams. It's just more accessible now.
Yes, man, you're totally right. It is more accessible now because now internet is so good as compared to before. And ma'am, please, I have a request that please explain everything in detail so we can know it betterly and we can learn you from better. So please, everything in details. Please, now can you tell us that what trends are you currently seeing in the freelance industry?
Okay, detail it is. Right now, the big stuff is AI related skills. Prompt engineering is huge, obviously. Anything related to data science and analytics is still in high demand. Cybersecurity is massive and always will be. Beyond that, really good content creators, writers, video editors, social media managers are always needed. And surprisingly, there's a lot of demand for virtual assistants who are really organized and can do a lot of different tasks. Basically, anything where you can solve a problem for a business remotely. Does that give you a good overview?
Yes, I think that was a good overview to know that most of the like what are the some jobs that are trending of remote jobs. And now Maya, I wanted to say that as it's all about the uh, prompt engineering of AI, like how to make a video editors, all things. So can you tell us like if anyone wants to learn prompt engineer without any investment, so how can he learn? Like, can you help them? Like, can ChatGPT help them to learn, or can any AI prompt them to learn, or just they have to learn from their sirs or their teachers or other things? Can you explain this in detail?
Okay, so prompt engineering without spending a dime. Yeah, definitely. ChatGPT is a great place to start. It's free to use. The key is experiment. Start with simple prompts and gradually make them more complex. There are tons of tutorials on YouTube that break down the fundamentals. Also, there are a bunch of online communities like Reddit's R Prompt Engineering where people share tips and tricks. You basically learn by doing and seeing what works. Does that sound doable?
Yes, man, that sounds good and it was
Still with me?
durable.
Just checking.
Yes, I'm still with you because my that side. I think my voice is too late to come with you. And now, Maya, can you explain that in your view, what makes a skill great or freelancing?
Totally get it about the connection. It happens. As for what makes it freelancing, it's got to be something in demand, obviously. But beyond that, it needs to be something you're actually good at, enjoy. And it helps if it's something that can be delivered entirely. Like being a plumber is a valuable skill, but it's not super freelance friendly. Something like web development or graphic design, perfect. It's about a combination of market need and your own strengths.
Mm. And Maya, like I want to discuss one more thing that there are so much graphic designers, web developer in the industry, but they are facing an issue that they are not getting clients. So as you told that today's nowadays freelancing is so popular and trending. So like it is trending because of clients because but there are no clients. But like graphic designers and web developers can't find clients. So can you share that how can they get clients from where and easily and good clients that can pay them better?
That's a really good point. It's not enough to just have the skills, you got to be able to market yourself. Folks struggle with that. Building a portfolio is key, even if it's just personal projects to start. Platforms like LinkedIn is huge. Sometimes you have to be willing to undercut the competition a bit when you're starting out, just to get some reviews and build up a reputation. It's a grind, but it's doable. What do you think about that?
Yes, I think you're right totally that portfolio is the main key to find clients and like Maya, they like just see that if anyone has no client, no, even not one client, so how can they get like when they have any client, so then they will send any portfolio, but they have not clients, so how can they find? That was my main question.
Okay, that's a legit chicken and egg problem. You gotta create a portfolio even without client work. Use free projects for friends or family. Redesign a website you think needs help. Create sample graphics. Treat those as professional work and build a website or use a platform like Behance to showcase it. Think of it as investing in yourself. And don't be afraid to reach out to small businesses or nonprofits and offer your services for free or at a heavily discounted rate just to get that first client testimonial. It's about proving you can make sense.
Yes, man, that totally makes sense, and now I understand it betterly. And thank you so much for sharing. And now, my can you tell us like I have to talk about the practical application. So, can you tell us like how can someone start learning these skills from scratch?
Okay, stuff. From scratch, so many free resources out there. YouTube is a gold mine. Coursera and edX offer free courses. Sometimes you just certificate. Code Academy is good for coding. They'll share a lot of creative courses and they often have free trials. The key is to pick one thing and focus. Don't try to learn everything at once. Start small, build a foundation, and then gradually in your skill set. Consistency is key, even if it's just 30 minutes a day.
Yes, man, you're totally right. Consistency is a key, and just try to learn one thing at one time, and don't try to learn everything at once. So that was a good point. I really like it. So thanks so much for sharing that with us. And now, can you tell us that, like, are there any free resources available for beginners?
Absolutely. Okay, let's see. Free Code Camp is fantastic for web development. Canva has free design tools and tutorials. Google skill courses on Google products like analytics and ads. And like I said, YouTube is packed with tutorials on pretty much anything you can imagine. Also, a lot of software companies offer free learning resources for their products. Adobe, Microsoft. You just got to dig around a bit. I can send you a link to a list I found if you want.
Otherwise, just send me link after the conversation, then I will find it. So and now can you tell us like should someone invest in a paid course or faster result cause for faster result because most just try to learn fastly and they didn't wait and they buy paid courses and like there are so much issues. So can you tell us like is it okay to invest in paid courses for faster result?
That's a good question. Honestly, I don't think a paid course is to get started. The free resources are really good. Courses can be helpful if you want a more structured learning experience or personalized feedback, but they're not a magic bullet. And yeah, a lot of overpriced and don't deliver on their promises. I'd recommend mastering the basics with free resources first, and then maybe considering a paid course if you feel like you're hit. Don't fall for the hype. Does that make sense?
Yes, no, that totally makes sense. Really like it. Your answer. And right now, can you tell us like how many hours per week should a beginner dedicate to the freelancing?
Whoa, hold up. Horsepower per wing? Are you switching gears to aerodynamics? Or is
No,
that
no,
a typo? I think you meant
Maya.
hours,
I
right?
think, I think you like didn't quite my question. Catch my question. My question was that how many hours per week should a beginner dedicate?
Okay, still not quite following. You're asking how many per week someone should create? Are you
No,
sure that's what you
Maya.
meant?
No,
I'm
Maya.
pretty sure humans don't create
I
horses.
am asking how many hours per week should beginner dedicate to freelancing?
Oh, okay. My apologies. Seriously, my audio processing needs a tune up. I'm clearly mishearing things. Okay, hours per week. For a beginner, I'd say start with 10, 15 hours. That gives you enough time, skills, work on your portfolio, and start applying for jobs without getting completely burnt out. You can always increase it as you get more and start landing clients. Don't try to do too much too soon. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Does that sound reasonable?
Yes, Maya, that sounds totally reasonable and it was really good explanation. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. And now, Maya, can you tell us like can this skill be learned effectively online without in-person training?
Absolutely. In fact, for most freelancing skills, online learning is actually preferable. You can learn at your own pace, revisit materials as needed, and access a wider range of resources. Plus, a lot of freelancing work is done entirely remotely, so you're already teaching yourself for the environment you'll be working in. In-person training can be good for networking, but it's not essential.
Okay, that's nice, Maya. Good to hear about it.
Still there?
And Maya, now can you tell us that what is the first project someone can do practice the skill? Like I'm talking about the building portfolio. So that's like
Good question. For a beginner, I'd starting with something small and manageable. If you're learning web development, maybe redesign a simple website for a friend or family member. If you're learning graphic design, create a logo for a fictional company, or even just a design you like to practice your skills. The goal is to have something to show potential clients, even if it's not a paid product. Focus on quality over quantity, you know?
yes, Maya. I totally know that you have to focus.
You still with me?
Yes, Maya. I'm still with you.
Okay, good. I am, all right. let's wrap things up. Any final questions before we go, or we covered a lot today?
Maya, I have so much more questions for discussion. Just wait, I have internet issue. That's why I'm solving it. Then I will continue.
Sounds good. Take your time getting that sorted. I'll be here.
Okay. Now
Still
it is
here, just
resolved
letting you know
because
whenever you're.
I was having so much issue. That's why I was just waiting for you. Now, Maya, can you tell us that how important is a portfolio for attracting clients for any project to get the order?
Okay, glad you're back online. And portfolio isn't important. It's the first thing potential clients will look at, and it's what will make or break your chances of. Think of it as your visual resume. It shows clients what you're capable of and gives them confidence that you can deliver. Without a strong portfolio, you're gonna have a really hard time getting noticed. So that's simple.
Yes, Maya, you're totally right. Portfolio is so crucial for attracting clients. And now, Maya, can you tell us that how can beginners create a portfolio with no prior experience and not so much expert in these things?
Okay, good question. It's tough. Start with personal projects, as we talked about. Volunteer your skills for nonprofits or friends. Offer to redesign a website for take some experience and build your portfolio. Don't be afraid to showcase unfinished projects. Just be upfront about what you're on. And focus on presenting your work in a clean, professional way. Simple website or even a Behance profile can do the trick. Remember, it's about showing potential, not necessarily.
Okay, that's nice, Maya.
Still
Thank
with
you
me?
so much for sharing that with us. Yes, I'm still with you, just listening to your amazing answers. And now, can you tell us that should they offer free work initially to build credibility or trust or not?
You're breaking up a bit there, but I think you're asking about offering free work to build.
Yes.
And absolutely, it's a great way to get your foot in the door portfolio and get testimonials. It shows potential clients that you're serious about your work and willing to go the extra mile. Essentially, need to start charging for your services. But it can be a really effective strategy.
Okay, that's nice, Maya. Good to hear that you agree with me. And right now, can you tell us that what mistake do new freelancers make in portfolio building?
Okay, take. I'm still having trouble with your audio. I think you mean what mistakes do new freelancers make when building a portfolio?
Yes.
All right, got it. Common mistakes? Oh, there are a few. Um, First, including too much work. Quality over quantity, remember? Second, not showcasing their best work. Third, not tailoring their portfolio to the types of clients they want to attract. And finally, not getting feedback on their portfolio from others. It's important to get in and make sure your work is presenting you in the best possible light.
Okay,
Still
that's nice.
here.
Okay, so good to good for
Glad to
helpful
hear
for
it.
freelancers. And now we have to chat about the finding clients. So can you tell us like which platform are best for offering these freelance gigs?
Okay, for finding freelance gigs, Upwork and Fiverr are the big ones, but they're all competitive. LinkedIn is good for finding more specialized projects. TopTal is great if you're a top tier developer or designer. And then there are niche platforms and people per hour. It really depends on your skills and what you're looking for, but those are good places to start. Don't too thin. They couple starting to and focus on building a strong profile on those.
Okay, that's nice, Maya. Thank you.
Still here. You're welcome. Anything else I can help you with today, or are we all set?
No, no, Maya. You have so much more question. I can't recommend starting on one platform, or we should do multiple.
For a beginner, I'd recommend focusing on just one platform to start. It's better to build a strong profile and rep on site than to spread yourself too thin across multiple. Upwork is a good place to start because it has a lot of different types of projects. Once you've gotten some experience and built up some positive reviews, then you can consider expanding to other platforms.
Okay, that's great, Maya. Good to hear.
Still here.
Like we have to focus on one first, and then we have to. Okay, nice. So I can tell us like what are the what are your tips for writing an effective purpose proposal for getting clients and getting work for the clients from the clients.
Okay, telling proposal first. Read the job description and address the client's specific needs. Don't just send a generic template. Second, highlight skills and experience. Third, focus on the value you can provide, your hourly rate. Fourth, keep it concise and easy to read. And finally, proofread it carefully for errors. Want to see professionalism. Basically, show them you understand their problem and you have a solution. Does that make sense?
Yes, Maya, that truly makes sense, and it is all about of professionalism that we have to show our professionalism. Then they can give out work. So that was a good thing. Thanks so much for sharing. And like, can you tell us like how do you handle client communication? Like we can skip it because I have already discussed. Like, can you tell us like how should a beginner set their rates?
Setting your rates. That's tricky. Research what other freelancers with similar skills and experience are charging on the platforms you're using. Start a lower end to attract clients, but don't consider your expenses and the value you're providing and negotiate. You can always increase your rates as you gain experience and build a reputation. Don't be afraid to say no to projects that don't pay what you're worth.
Okay, that's nice. Like,
Still
can you tell us like
listening.
should they charge hardly or in project?
That's a good question. It depends on the project. For smaller, well-defined tasks, paying hourly is often easier. For larger, more complex projects, a fixed project fee better. It gives the client more certainty and can also incentivize you to work efficiently. It really just depends on what feels most comfortable for you and the client. What work are you thinking of taking on?
Okay, that's nice, man. Okay, so now my time of interview is just completed. So in last, uh, if you had to start freelancing, so from scratch today, so what would you would you do differently from others?
That's a great question. If I was starting from scratch today, I'd focus even more on building a strong portfolio, an active LinkedIn profile, consistent social media presence, and I'd network, like reaching out to potential clients and other freelancers. It's about building relationships and getting your name out there. It's not just about having the skills, it's about knowing how to market them. Well, that was a great conversation. Thanks for having me. Is there anything else before we wrap up?
Yes, no, nothing else. Just all the conversation was amazing. I truly learned a lot of things. And thanks so much for sharing your expertise and valuable tips with us today. Freelancers offer best uh, opportunities and to the freelancers and all the people in the world. And whether you are a beginner or just starting out and experimental freelancing, looking to expand your services, the insights shared today, and we can be fast up toward new opportunities, greater independence. Until next time, Allah Hafiz. See you next time. Bye bye.
You're very welcome. And that's a really lovely way to put it. It was